Hello Internet, welcome to my channel, A Minor Error. My name is Rob, and in this video we're going to be taking an in-depth look at a Sterling by Music Man John Petrucci signature model JP70 7-string guitar. But first, before we get into the video, I provided some affiliate links down below. So if you like this video and you'd really like to support me, that's a great way of doing it directly. The affiliate links are both a link to a very similar John Petrucci 6 and 7-string model Sterling guitar, as well as some other products that I use and believe in and think that you will like as well. There's chapters down below to help you skip around and check out different parts in the video. The flow of this video will be a recording that I did exclusively on this guitar, followed by its features, the good, the bad, and the verdict on whether you should buy it. So let's hear it. So for the recording, you may have noticed a little bit of a theme. This song is called Victory, and it's part of the original Doom video game, one of my favorite pieces of music off of the video game. It's part of my Doom Volume 1 cover EP that is now streaming on Spotify and iTunes. You can check out the links down below. I also have all the playthroughs for the other tracks available here on my channel. You can always stop by my Bandcamp if you'd like to purchase the tabs to learn this song or any of the songs off this EP. It's Volume 1 of 2 volumes, so I have 2 cover EPs on the way. For this guitar, I took the time to use Gorgamite and freshly cleaned and polished the fingerboards and the frets. I also strung the guitar with my favorite set of Stringjoy strings, so I'm trying to put the most accurate and clear representation of what the guitar actually sounds for you to judge. For the signal path, I used a string source cable into an Motu M2 interface. I then used Neural DSP plugins as always for the amp tones, mixed and mastered by me. So let's talk about the features. This guitar costs $600 brand new. If you shop around used, you might be able to find them around 500 bucks, although I wasn't able to find too many right now. The construction is a bolt-on maple neck with a rosewood fingerboard attached to a basswood body. It does also feature locking tuners. The pickups on this guitar are 2 humbucker pickups. They're Sterling by Music Man's own branded, and they're wired up to a 3-way switch with a master volume, a master tone knob, and there is no push-pull pots on this particular model. Some of the Sterling by Music Man guitars do have either push-pull for extra coil tap tones or a dB boost, but not this model, just regular old volume and tone knobs. The hardware is a fully floating Sterling by Music Man bridge, and for your 600 bucks brand new, you do not get a case. On to the good. Clearly the good of this guitar is that the body design comes from its bigger and much more expensive brother, the legit Music Man John Petrucci model. It's among one of the most comfortable designs on the market all time. The arm contour is extremely comfortable, the body is very comfortable resting on your leg, and it does work in classical as well. I personally love the location of the controls, the volume knob being moved out of the way. I like to pick kind of like John Petrucci and hook my pinky on the pickup, and by moving it, it's out of the way. The location of the 3-way pickup selector switch is also fantastic. It's very easy to get at and make quick changes. I love the overall look of the guitar as well. It's very sleek, it's very modern. I think it's definitely a guitar that would look awesome on stage. A small detail is that the tremolo bar arm has a set screw, so you can adjust the tightness of the tremolo arm. So if you like it very loose, you can loosen that screw and it'll spin freely. If you like it tighter, you can really set it to exactly how tight that you like it. I love when a manufacturer includes this. It is also the only good thing I will say about the bridge for the rest of this video. A couple other nice touches is that there was a surprising amount of sort of bird's eye to the maple on the back of the neck, which was just cosmetically nice and sort of striking and surprising for a budget instrument. I also really liked the JP Shield inlays. It was very nicely inlaid into the fingerboard, and cosmetically overall, I would say the guitar was pretty good. So now that I'm about halfway through this video, it's a good time for me to plug what I do. So first, I'm an original progressive metal guitar player. I write and release my own music here on my channel. I also do thorough guitar reviews like this one, other product reviews, and some music theory and guitar lessons on my channel. I also do give Zoom lessons. I give guitar lessons, music theory lessons, ear training, and music production lessons on Zoom. So if you're interested in a lesson, contact info down below. On to the bad, and this is going to be quite the list, and we will be here for a little while. Firstly and foremost, the biggest issue with these guitars, this is now my 3rd one that I've reviewed. I'll do the link thing to the other ones. I did a Jason Richardson one and another John Petrucci 7-string one, and without a doubt, the tone woods are total garbage on these guitars. I don't know what lowest bidder they're going with when they source the wood, but the wood is horrible. The guitars sound thin, they sound flat, they lack any sort of complexity. The fact that the Neural DSP plugins that I use can even polish this turd to the degree that they were able to is a miracle. The other issue, far even worse than the tone woods, is the quality of these floating bridges. They do not stay in tune. They are essentially unusable. I kind of got tricked with the very first one that I reviewed. I picked up a used one, it didn't have a bar arm, so I ended up actually not using the bridge at all and had tuning problems but didn't realize how catastrophic they are if you even think about touching the tremolo arm. This was exactly the same with the Jason Richardson Signature Series Cutlass that I tested. I'll do the link thing again. Absolute garbage. They're unusable and they should not be equipped. The guitars do have locking tuners, but the locking tuners were mounted crooked and not installed in a cosmetically nice way. This was also a problem that I had with the Jason Richardson Cutlass, so the quality control just is not there on these small details, which does not give me any sort of vote of confidence about the larger details. I cannot stress it enough, the guitars do not stay in tune. You would need to take the guitar to a luthier and have them replace the tuners with better quality locking tuners, replace the nut with a better quality nut, and replace the bridge. And for all of that money, you may as well go out and buy a different guitar. Another issue that I had was a gritty feeling on the frets. For some reason, even after using the Gorgamite, the frets felt gritty, they didn't feel smooth, they didn't feel fast. There clearly is another level of polishing that was not done from the factory that should have been done. For my tune, it was in drop A, and I had absolute massive intonation problems trying to put the guitar in that tuning. For that tuning, it really should have performed better. I've played other guitars with this same scale length, putting them in the drop tunings, and did not have the same problem. Again, it's just another issue. I think it just reflects more and more about the build quality of this guitar. Verdict on this guitar, should you buy it? A resounding absolutely do not buy this guitar. This is among one of the worst sounding guitars that I've ever played, and with the bridge and the tuning issues, it's just absolutely unplayable. I think the only way one of these guitars makes sense is if you're managing to find one used, substantially marked down, that would potentially give you the budget to invest in better tuners and, most importantly, a better bridge. I've seen some people on the Sterling by Music Man groups that have put in a Goto 510 bridge. That was the bridge that was on the Charvel Angel Vivaldi signature guitar that I recently reviewed. I'll do the little link thing. Absolutely fantastic bridge, loved that bridge, and I believe it does just drop right in, although I suggest you do some research to double check. If you could find a more higher end model, not one of these base Sterling by Music Man guitars, substantially marked down so that you have the budget to upgrade, pull out the bridge, and change the hardware, then I think you might have a case to go and invest in one. Otherwise, I would strongly suggest you look elsewhere. I would recommend checking out a Schecter. I've been very impressed with all of their quality guitars. ESP and LTD are also very good guitars. The current lineup with Sterling starts getting way too expensive as well, like thoroughly into almost Kiesel territory, and like only a couple $100 more to get an Aries. At that point, that's the only guitar you should be considering. If stainless steel frets are a deal breaker and something you really need, just look to Kiesel, get a stripped down Aries. You'll have a guitar that's a professional level instrument made right here in the United States. Kiesel's not paying me to say this. I like Kiesel guitars are the one to go with there.